Program Think Pakistan with Rana Eijaz Ahmad is going to talk about electronic voting machine and qualification of the voter in Pakistan. Usually we see in last 73 years of Pakistan's history is teamed with such allegations in which usually losing party going to make allegations upon the victorious party that elections were unfair and there was not any level playing field for all the parties which took part in the general elections. The present PTA government decides that all future elections in Pakistan could be held on the basis of fairness and justice. So they decided to have or to introduce electronic voting machine. Although there is, a lot of criticism on this EVM from different stakeholders, and that criticism should be accepted with an open mind by the government. As far as the government is concerned, it is calling all the stakeholders, inviting them and asking for those concerns and trying to remove those concerns or trying to redress their grievances on pragmatic grounds. Unfortunately, media having such programs in which they try to make it that EVM is not possible solution for free and fair elections in Pakistan. Above all, they are comparing it with India and saying that in India EVM was installed or EVM was practiced or experienced gradually. Started with Kerala and then its assembly and then in other assemblies of in different provinces in India, and then they have it in the whole country. Unfortunately, we are unable to understand that Indian population is 5 times greater than Pakistan. How can we make a comparison with India? And if the Prime Minister of the opinion that this EVM system should impose or should be experienced in Pakistan, in whole Pakistan at once, why not? We are only 22 to 25 crore, so we can experience it at a stretch. If there are stakeholders and they believe that they need to understand that EVM is not a better option, its software can be hacked, or any other concern, they need to talk to the government and definitely they would redress their concerns as the government is ready to redress all those complaints which are coming from other quarters also. Unfortunately, one of the popular organization which usually supervise the general election in Pakistan make a very strange concern, or you may call it, I would say that it is ridiculous for me, in a sense that they said that EVM is okay, electronic voting machine is okay, there is no fault in it, but process is faulty. Now, one can imagine that we can make the process more better and efficient for holding general elections. So it means if EVM, electronic voting machine, is efficient and have no faults so far, why we are making such hue and cry? That is baseless. That means that we don't want to have free and fair elections in Pakistan. Number 2, well, if government can have this EVM or it give its submission towards the criticism of the stakeholders and does not apply this system or does not experience this system in the upcoming 2023 general elections, it needs to legislate for the qualification of the voters in Pakistan. There should be different categories of voters in Pakistan. Number 1, only taxpayers can cast vote in Pakistan's general elections. Either they belong to Pakistan or they are overseas Pakistanis. There would be no condition regarding their education at all. The people who are taxpayers, they need to cast their vote in the general elections. Second category is regarding with those people who are studying in college or in universities and have attained the age of 18 years. It would not only increase the awareness among people about the significance of education and also increase the revenue of the government if it is going to legislate in that way. In third category, government need to legislate about those people who are criminal, and our courts have announced a punishment for those criminals. They should be restricted to cast their vote in general elections. Number 4 category of those people who have contributed in the respect of the country. For example, sportsmen, intellectuals, artists, or any other such field in which they give respect to Pakistan. They become, they were responsible for giving respect to the country. They can cast their vote in general elections. These categories can be minimized or can be increased, in a way that there should be any qualification of the voter in Pakistan. It will help the government to experience the EVM more efficiently, number one. And if even it needs not to experience EVM and going to have free and fair elections, the number of voters would be decreased with these categories. Therefore, it would be easier for the Election Commission and for the government to have more free and fair elections. This is my opinion, and you all can make disagreement on my opinion. Thank you very much.